Look at the intense heat and physical force required to shape molten glass. Controlling this material requires precision and years of conditioned muscle memory. Murano has held a global monopoly on luxury glassmaking for 700 years. But today, the island faces an economic crisis, caught between a flood of imported counterfeits and rapid gentrification. This academic paper tracks a severe demographic shift. The local population is shrinking as traditional workshops struggle to compete with low-cost souvenir shops. To get here, you have to commit. You'll need to board Vaporetto Line 4.1 or 4.2 and take a 15 to 20-minute ride away from the center of Venice. This map shows exactly what that transit looks like. You are moving away from the main Venetian Lagoon to reach an isolated cluster of islands. Because Murano requires a dedicated time commitment, arriving without a plan to separate mastercraft from mass production often leads to overpaying for an experience that doesn't match the island's reputation. When you step off the Vaporetto at the Murano Colonna stop, you immediately hit a wall of dense, high-traffic commercial storefronts. The psychological temptation is strong. There are hundreds of brightly lit shops right in front of you, promising beautiful glass without requiring you to walk more than a few steps from the dock. But this immediate perimeter contains the highest concentration of mass-produced, uncertified, imported glass on the island. This chart plots the quality of goods against the authenticity of the experience. In the bottom left, staged tourist traps with low quality and low authenticity. Top right, the master workshop, where education and the final product are premium. The convenience of the main thoroughfare often signals a lower quality, less authentic investment. You will see signs everywhere for a €5 glassblowing demonstration. You walk in, sit on bleachers, and watch a 5-minute show. These are high-turnover sales funnels. The goal is rarely education. It is to get you out of the bleachers and straight into a showroom to buy something out of a sense of obligation. Now look at an authentic factory floor, like the one at Wave Murano Glass. You see heavy brick furnaces, extreme heat, and genuine physical exertion. Accessing this level of mastery demands a steep trade-off in your schedule. A proper hands-on masterclass requires a minimum of 2 to 3 hours. It also requires a larger financial commitment. Authentic glass must cool slowly over several hours, meaning you'll pay upwards of $75 in international shipping fees to get a custom piece safely home. The return on that investment is actual knowledge. You learn the precise chemistry, the history of the techniques, and the physical limits of glass. This is a Millefiori paperweight. Arranging these geometric floral patterns requires precision and hours of careful layering. You cannot replicate this process in a 5-minute staged show. Authentic education requires upfront time and financial friction. Settling for cheap entertainment leaves you with a mass-produced trinket and the cost of the trip. To maximize your trip, navigate away from the crowded waterfront and head into the side alleys, like Fondamenta dei Vetri. You'll find smaller, family-run studios offering original pieces at fairer prices, bypassing the Main Street marketing markups. You can also skip the shopping entirely. This is the Basilica dei Santi Maria e Donato, a 7th century church with Byzantine Romanesque brickwork that predates the island's glass industry. Murano maintains a distinct culinary heritage. Seek out a canal-side trattoria to try lagoon-specific seafood, like mueche, the local soft-shell crabs. Taking the time to explore the island's 7th century architecture and unique culinary heritage makes the logistics of the trip feel worthwhile, even if you never enter a glass showroom. If you do decide to buy, you need one specific defense mechanism: the tamper-proof Vetro Artistico Murano label. Verification is a simple decision tree. Locate the sticker, verify its color, and scan the QR code. Red means hot-worked in a furnace, like sculptures. Blue means cold-worked, like jewelry. Scanning the code confirms the certified artisan in the Promo Vetro database. This sticker guarantees authenticity, but it also reflects the high labor costs of genuine art, a reality that often excludes the strict budget traveler. Authentic glass requires immense labor, and it is expensive. Using this system shifts the power dynamic. You aren't an uninformed tourist, you're an informed investor. If your travel profile is strictly budget and time conscious, here is your blueprint. Skip the pressure of the showrooms entirely. Treat the island as an open-air architectural museum and use the Vaporetto Loop purely for the scenic views over the water. To absorb history quickly, head to the Museo del Vetro. It's the most time-efficient way to see world-class glass without enduring a sales pitch. If you are an experiential buyer looking to invest, your path is different. Pre-book a true masterclass, budget for international shipping, and stick to certified Promo Vetro showrooms. Every dollar and hour you spend here is a direct financial vote. You are deciding whether this 700-year-old artisanal heritage survives another century or gets entirely replaced by a tourist trap.